Hi everyone, it is Kamar, aka Break Design 86 on YouTube, Instagram, and now on eBay. And today I'm going to be talking about my experience on eBay, how to, well, not really how to list as a artist, because that's kind of elementary. There are many videos out there to do that. But my experience, how that worked, and the pros and cons that I've experienced, they're just unique to me, maybe a different experience for you and other artists. But I'm going to get straight into it and refer back to when I first started like taking my art seriously and the experiences I was having as a local artist. So first, the video I did, I think it was about June or July or probably earlier when I was, talking about the fact that a lot of people will not support a local artist. But they'll, go to one of them stores or even go to festivals and buy random things that, just because it's not someone you know, automatically some people affix a different value to it. Um, but I started selling locally to a couple return customers, and I decided it was not reliable enough, and so I started going to Etsy and eBay. Now, eBay charges a fee. I think it's 12% or something like that. And then I sometimes use promotion if I see that my paintings are not like being viewed a lot. So I'll promote, and that's another fee. And then of course you got to consider shipping, and then of course your tax at the end of the year, which is fine. Um, but I rather sell locally because I don't have to ship. They see what they're getting, and so they won't have anything to complain about. I can raise the price of my shipping, of my art by adding a frame into it. When you're shipping, that adds more weight to it and more things to end up being damaged in transit. Um, of course, you lose out on eBay fees, and the bigger the package, the more you're gonna pay, and then you gotta insure it. So it's not the best. I would rather sell locally, but I also have to consider the fact that there are only so many people here that are willing to pay for art. Um, Now I started listing, I think it was June, and I got a couple good views and watchers, but I wasn't really selling anything. And I remember going on Etsy and I just, for some reason, I saw queer art and I clicked on it, and then I started seeing all these queer art. And I was like, ooh, this kind of feels like, you know, soft erotic films. But I was like, okay, I'm sick and tired of not selling anything. And so I started working on a couple. Now, the first one I did, I was so uncomfortable. I was like, what am I doing? Like, I feel like a little pervy kid trying to like create my own magazines. And I listed it. It's a pretty small one. I still actually have it. And I started getting like views but I didn't price it right. I priced it like way high. So a lot of people were like watching but no one was buying. And so I was like, okay, let me try more. I kid you not, within my first month of listing those, I think once I listed like five in a row, I think it was like 3 or 4 days after I sold like four of them. And then I was like, okay, so this is where it at. Um, I still haven't sold any of my landscapes or old cars or any of those paintings. I have improved significantly in my work. I started doing a lot of like kind of realistic, but I don't go hyper realistic. I just don't. What's the point? If you want some hyper realistic, you take a picture. So I started doing stuff like this. So I did this last night, and I did this vintage kitchen about a month ago. Still haven't sold anything on there, but I've been piquing people's interest. They have been watching my stuff. So I do stuff like this. And they're all on eBay. So if you want to check them out, you may run into things you don't want to see, but I sell these on eBay as well. And they go from prices like, I don't know, $70 to 120, something like that. I don't go crazy. It's just my really large one I sell for, I think it was 200, but I dropped it to 160. The homoerotic or queers, I won't show them here if because some can be a little obscene. Now, they're not extreme, but I understand I don't, my viewers spread across all different kind of creed and class and sexuality and everything. I don't want to show that on here, but if you think that you really want to see it, then you can go straight to Brave Design 86 on eBay and you can see them. Um, but pros and cons. So for me, eBay reaches a vast array of people. eBay is a household name for many people, and so people know, including myself, if there is something I can imagine, I can find it on eBay. Um, I also like the fact that like eBay is it's easy to list. All my listings were done from my phone, and I do them within like five minutes, sometimes 10, depending on if I need to change stuff. A lot of times, what I'll do, because a lot of my paintings are similar, I will sell similar and adjust titles and stuff like that. Um, I get a lot of return customers because it's a very unique art, like it's a very unique audience, and so you'll get a lot of repeat. um what I realize is that one of the reasons I'm not selling my other pieces of art is not because they're not good, it's because there's so much competition out there, and they're so general that they don't come up in a lot of searches because there's so many like it. um and a lot of these things people can find in stores, they can find locally, they can find on Etsy, they can find in many places, and so a lot of people, it's not specific enough. However, erotic and queer art is super 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 specific, and so therefore when you put a search in, it comes up pretty quickly. I've even started finding my work on Google, which is why I don't promote a lot anymore, because you can't find it on Google. um Another pro for me is that you can just go ahead and ship, like uh USPS and all the other shipping companies, they're all right there, and so you can stay home and measure your stuff accurately and send it right out. You can insure yourself, which I think you can do on Etsy. I don't remember. I did not use Etsy because a lot of people on Etsy are not serious. At least in my experience, they're not serious. And I've seen artists with their stuff on there for like 5, 10, well, not 10 years, but like 5 years or less. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but there have been a couple that were listed a long time ago and they have not been purchased. On eBay, the longest thing I had on there was like 6 months, and I still get a lot of watchers. Now, a critical error I made, I started like listing too many things, and I think it create indecisiveness with a lot of my customers, because a lot of them will watch stuff, they'll make offers, and then they'll say no, I'll just wait, because they realize that not only am I getting better at my paintings, but I'm becoming more brave, as my name suggests. And so they want to see what am I coming up with next. However, they keep watching to see if something changed, if the price was dropped, and all that, which is fine. Painting is not my main source of income. In fact, a lot of the money I get from it, I look forward to it because it helps me to buy more stuff so I can increase my skills, and also as a self-soothing activity. Um, but the pros of it is there's a lot of competition. Depending on what you're doing on eBay, there's a lot of competition. And I don't have the time to do the little algorithm plays that, play with words and stuff so you come up at the top of the list. I really don't have time for that. Um, so sometimes your stuff does not get the kind of viewership it needs. You'll also, at least for me, get the people that are just looking to annoy the crap out of you. Like, for example, I had something listed for $100, and this guy he sent an offer of $2, and he said in the comment, because that's all I would pay for something like this. Like, it takes so much to go through all of that to send something. Why do all of that? It just doesn't make any sense. Um, but I will say that I am very excited the fact that I no longer rely only on local purchases, because I would not, I mean, I would sell a good amount, maybe $500-600 worth of art, but at the same time I don't think that I would have been as enthused to sell or do art if it wasn't for eBay. And so even though I don't get the same amount of money, it's a lot more work because you got to pack and ship and print and all that. I do like eBay. I do. Even though sometimes it hurts when I see how much they're taking as their fee, but I'm like, you know what? It took me 5 hours to do this painting. I painted it with good quality acrylic, but I don't place a lot of layers on, so it lasts me a while. And I seek out the bargains on canvases and stuff, and so I'm making a profit. It may not be a whole lot, but hey, it's keeping me sane because it's self-soothing, and it also keeps me inspired as an artist. But at one point I was a little bitter that none of my regular stuff sold, just the erotic and queer. But I also have to realize that there are a lot of people that are great artists, but there are a lot of people that don't do that kind of stuff. And so I am producing stuff through my imagination for people that actually like this kind of work, appreciate this kind of work, and enjoy having it in their homes. So I would say that the pros way outweigh the cons on eBay. I've not been a part of a true like a brick and mortar gallery, so I don't know what it is like. I know sometimes the fees can be high, and your stuff can sit in there for months and all that. But I will say I give eBay a thumbs up. I'm excited. If anyone, anyone's like a real pro at listing on eBay, you could check myself out and tell me what I need to do to improve my sales and viewership. I've been struck down by a couple of sites because I tried to promote on there and I guess they were tired of me. I tried everything. But if there are other creative things, please have a conversation in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I still find myself as an amateur. I'm not going to say I'm a pro because I'm not, but keep the conversation going. I would love to hear from you and love some advice from the people that have been doing it longer than me. Until then, see you next time.